Hello. This is a new series of videos that I wanted to do to share my love of Farringdon and the true heroes and champions that we've got in the town, who are particularly coming to the fore at the moment. And today I've got the lovely Bethia with me. Hi, Bethia.
Hi, Sarah. It's really lovely to see you.
And you too. It's strange, isn't it? We can't get out and see the familiar faces as much as we used to at the moment.
No.
It's all a bit weird. But,
thank you for inviting me, though. It's really lovely.
You're very welcome. It's lovely to have you on the call. So what I'm going to be doing with these series of interviews that I want to do with the people of Farringdon is to share their stories of how they're coping with these unparalleled times, and you know, just allow the rest of us to express our gratitude to you for what you're doing for the town. So Bethy, can we start just by talking about you? Tell us a little bit about your background and how you came to be in Faringdon.
Well, I've come from a very long way away because I'm Australian, and I came to Farrington. Well, I came to England about 20 years ago and came to Farrington in 2004. So I've been here for a while, and initially I didn't really get to know that many people. I was working in Oxford. But then when I had my boys, I was here all the time, and I really got into the community, using the town centre and the businesses in the town centre, and got to know so many wonderful people living here. It was really lovely. So I've worked in Farrington most of my, adult life here, doing one thing or another, volunteering a lot for various groups, but also working for the town and district council, and then later becoming a town and district councillor myself. So I feel as though I am part of the community, which is so significant here in the town. So I'm really proud to be part of that community.
Fabulous. And you do all of this while juggling being a mum too, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yes. Which is quite tricky at this time, obviously, because we're homeschooling just like everybody else.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've got one in high school and one in junior school, so it is a bit tricky, but we get there, so that's good.
Well done you for putting your head above the parapet and serving us as a community the way that you do. So tell me a little bit about what you love about Farringdon and the Farringdon people.
Well, there's only one word we can really say when we describe Farringdon, and that's community. Ever since I've got to know the people in Farringdon, you can tell that there's that huge positive spirit in good times and bad. When we're out to celebrate positive things like Folly Fest, or commemorate sadder occasions like Remembrance Day, we're always there together as a group, and I love that about the town. It always puts on a huge show for what is still a very small market town, and it gives me goosebumps just thinking about that feeling of comradeship. I don't know, we would say mateship in Australia. Mateship, and that shared bond of living in the same area and helping each other out, and that's what I really love.
That's one of the advantages actually of the community being the size it is, isn't it? That it's enough that you can get to know people, and actually these wonderful events that we have throughout the year in a normal year are a great way to bump into people and get to know them.
Yeah, even so that even when you're taking the best precautions possible in times of self-isolation, as we are all now, if you go for a walk, you will still be able to say hi to somebody you know from the other side of the road, which is lovely. It's just, and I'm so thankful for where we are living right now when times are a bit tougher than they usually are.
We are truly blessed in that respect, aren't we?
Yeah.
And I found on my daily exercise walks that people who might have had their head down and normally not giving you eye contact are now giving you eye contact and smiling or waving, even if you don't know them. And you know, so that I think is strengthening the community even more.
Yeah.
Which is great. So tell me, Bethia, about the big project that you've got on the go at the moment and how that all came about.
Well, the biggest project I think I've ever had to manage in my entire life is what we have put in place over the last couple of weeks to try and assist our community in supporting them through these challenging times with the coronavirus and self-isolation. I think it was just over 3 weeks ago now, somebody came to us, a resident in Farrington, one of the newer residents in Farrington, has only been here for a few months, I think. He came to us and said, do you think we ought to be doing something as a community to help support our more vulnerable residents, given that we know that the coronavirus might become a bigger thing and self-isolation might be a bigger thing? And we had a quick think, and with various, we had a think about how to best do it, and met with this resident, and we just had a little chat, and we realised the potential there that we could put in to help our residents, particularly the most vulnerable, the over 70s and those with a pre-existing medical condition. And actually, it was really nice. I am very, very blessed with the number of local friends that I have. And in getting a group together, I just went through my friends list on Facebook and I identified individuals that I thought might be able to bring something to a group like this. And very early on, we decided that the best way forward for Farringdon is to try and reach out to every single resident. And that's what we did. We worked our socks off to get a flyer, a leaflet out to every single resident, giving the details of Faringdon Viral Kindness, that the group that we set up to support these residents. I hope everybody has seen those flyers in Farringdon. They've got 3 phone numbers on it, and we've got a dedicated call centre now that anybody who's in trouble, particularly the over 70s and those self-isolating with medically vulnerable, residents, can call, and we can help them with their food, with their shopping, with their prescriptions, and other jobs should they need to have them done.
Such an amazing initiative, this, and I think, you know, as a resident of Farringdon myself, you know, myself and thousands of others are so grateful to the huge amount of effort that's gone into getting this off the ground.
Yeah, well, we've had so much support, and that's the thing. That's when Farringdon comes to the fore. Initially, sort of myself and a few key players have put together a core team. And at different times, we've been able to reach out and ask for more volunteers, either for ongoing jobs or just one specific job. We've had people helping with printing and designing, and we've got an excellent team doing all our communications, which doesn't seem like an important thing at this time, but really is, to get that information out there that we think is most important.
And some of these are really local independent businesses that have been helping you too. I think Joel Francis helped with the printing, didn't he, of the leaflet?
Yes, he I was really, really grateful that at the last minute, I was trying to format this, the flyer that went out, and I thought, I'm not going to have time to do this. So I thought, I know Joel Francis, he's a star. And I just sent it to him. It was on Mother's Day, so cheers to his wife as well. He got it out and running and sorted, and within a couple of hours. And I was so grateful to him, because that means we could take it to the printer and get it printed and back here so we could deliver it on schedule, because we had a date that we were working towards, because we wanted to be up and running as quickly as possible.
Yeah, that's amazing. Are there any others that you particularly want to give a shout out to? I mean,
well, obviously we've had some brilliant people working with us, and the management in Tesco has been fantastic. Town Council, Sally Thurston, Town Clerk, has stepped up, as her staff have. the Rotary groups and various other charitable bodies in Farringdon. They've been fantastic supporting the food bank, which is part of what we will be supporting and working with over the coming weeks and months.
And in itself,
there are so many people we can't. I'm sure I'll miss somebody out, but we are so grateful for the body of volunteers that we've managed to get together, and yeah, the churches as well have been fantastic.
And the food bank has never been under the pressure that it's under at the moment, has it?
Yeah, and unfortunately I fear that it's going to be under increasing pressure in the next couple of months.
Yeah.
So that is one challenge that we will have to try and overcome in the next couple of months, because it feels, and I was just speaking to my my main partner in crime, Al Sylvester, who has been fantastic, helping operationally set this up. Absolute star.
Actually going to be our next candidate for.
Oh, that's good.
So I've got a call set up with him for tomorrow. So.
Oh, fabulous, fabulous. Yeah, just we've worked our socks off to get to this point, and in a way, it feels like job's done. But we know it's a marathon. Yeah. It's a marathon, and it's not a sprint. So we just always have to keep focused. For sure. And I think a message to the volunteers that I think some people are getting a bit concerned that we haven't called on them. We will call on you, and thank you for putting your names up. That's all we can say.
That's fantastic, and again, I think I'll speak on behalf of all of Farringdon, and particularly those that are vulnerable or of a certain age, that this is a lifeline for them at the moment. They must be feeling quite isolated and frustrated, not being able to safely go out themselves. So, huge thank you to the volunteers, and
lovely call handlers.
That call's coming.
Yeah, our lovely call handlers are an amazing team. We're so proud of them because they're just doing such a fantastic job.
And you've got, by the sounds of things, you've got plenty of volunteers. You're not actually asking for more at this stage?
I'll probably leave that one to Al.
I'll ask him that question tomorrow.
Yes, yeah, he's my operations guy.
Brilliant. So, is there anything about Farringdon? It's quite. I want to celebrate the town as well as talking about the vulnerable kindness, which obviously is incredibly important. But what changes have you seen in the town during your time here?
Well, obviously, we all know it's got bigger. We've got the new estates that will probably always be called the new estates, and that's brought changes, definitely, and challenges. But I think it's made our town more vibrant in a way, brought a different set of people to the town. And what I would really love is if we could get those people more involved in the community and the town itself as sort of the old Farringdon, the core, the town centre. I would love to get them more involved with that. Yes. And it's interesting, in all my time working for the town, that is one of those things. We want to get those people to feel like they're Farringdon. And hopefully one of the more positive things coming out of the COVID crisis right now is that we might be able to, at the end of it all, celebrate as one single community, and that would be a fantastic thing. I've seen lots of different initiatives saying we need to have this wonderful big party, and I'm looking forward to that already. I really am.
And actually, wouldn't that be fabulous to have every resident of Farringdon take part in that?
That would be fantastic.
Around the edges of it, the wonderful little independent businesses that we've got that must all be suffering at the moment. Yes. We've all had to close our doors as business owners, and some of us are able to do a bit from home. Others really can't do anything. Others might have taken their businesses online. So, one of the things that we actually want you all to do as viewers watching this video is to nominate your local heroes or your local champions in the comments below, so that we can identify who those people are, and we'll try and get them on a video call so you can learn a bit more about them and how they've had to adapt and change and how they're coping and surviving during this period as well.
Again, we're so lucky that we do have those businesses still going. I rang up Pat Thomas yesterday to order my Sunday roast for Easter Sunday. So I'm excited about that, particularly because I had given up meat for Lent. So I'm really looking forward to that roast lamb on Sunday. Yeah, and obviously there's been so many different opportunities for different shops and businesses outside. Smart Greens, I got a delivery of eggs and veggies on Sunday, and that I was so grateful for that. Really top quality food. So I'm really happy that we can still support our businesses in that way. Yeah.
So we're looking forward to trying to cover off some of these businesses. So do get your suggestions posted down below. We can pick up that mantle and run with it for you. So is there one thing you change about Farringdon and one thing that you'd always keep the same?
I think it's what I was saying before about how I would like to see the whole of the town come together. That would be fantastic. We posted something on our site last night, and I was talking to Lucy, our lady who's doing all of our posts, or most of our posts, and I think she summed it up, and I just thought, no, that's fantastic. Farrington's heart beats strong, and I think that really is it. That gave me goosebumps, because Farrington's heart,
just hearing you say that. Yeah,
Farrington's heart is beating strong. The amount of support, the amount of thanks we've had, and that we're not doing it for the thanks, we're doing it to keep people safe. We want the message to go out there to keep safe, keep inside, keep indoors, because we want to be the big umbrella. That's how we see it. It's that big rainbow umbrella covering Farrington and making sure that everybody's as safe as they can be at this time. And so we can have that big party at the end of it all.
That's great advice to finish on, Bethia. Thank you so much. And I know that we've all got great frontline NHS workers and carers in our midst. I mean, we've got care homes in Farringdon. Yeah, these people are so vital to all of us at the moment, and we need to keep them safe. Definitely. They've got a tough job at the moment. So, thank you to them. Thank you to all the supermarket workers, the postmen, the delivery people. They are the most important people in our lives, apart from our families at the moment.
And may I just one more shout out to the guys and girls at the White Horse Medical Practice who have supported us 100%. And they were the ones who have actually guided us in this. So while we've sort of taken it, what they wanted on board and run with it, they were the ones who came up with this idea. So I really do thank them, because they've helped us keep the whole community safe.
That's the great shout out of the day. Thank you. And also I'm very aware that in our community we've got people currently making scrubs for the GPs at the practice as well. I've got a friend of mine has done 3 already, and they look amazing. Wow. So what a fabulous community.
I don't have that talent, but I would if I could.
We all have different talents, Bethia, and yours is being put to very good use at the moment. So
thank you very much.
Thank you very much for sparing this time this morning, because you must be a very busy lady at the moment.
I am, but anything, I would just get that message out. Stay safe. That's my main concern right now. So thank you very much for allowing me to have that opportunity to say it, Sarah.
You're very welcome. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to post your ideas of your local heroes below, and look forward to the next video. Thanks, Beth. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.